Hi golfers, and welcome to my channel. In golf, it can be really difficult because we have a lot of things going on. It can be very technical, and sometimes you're thinking too technical. If you actually boil it down and think about what is happening at impact, could you fix that without a technical feel? And this is called an avoidance drill. And we're going to do an avoidance drill today. So whether you are a golfer who is heeling it, towing it, too much over the top, too much into out, even, fat strikes and thin strikes. I'm going to show you a drill that, depending on which one of those you are, that you'll be able to use this drill to range your next practice session. Okay guys, so before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments if there's anything that you're struggling with. I'll be more than happy to help you out. So let's get started. Okay, in order to do this avoidance drill, we're going to need something to avoid. Okay, now head cover. Now, wait a second, you might be flicking off now because I've seen that one before. But I'm going to talk about how you can use this to fix any of those issues that I previously mentioned. Okay, I'm also going to talk a little bit about why some of these issues might be happening in the first place, but this will really help you depending on where you position it. We're going to cover strike first. We're going to cover heel and toe strikes and where to position this in order to help you. We'll cover with the toe striker first. That's me. That's what I do. Right? So what is essentially happening on a toe strike? When we start, hopefully this is something you should check. The ball is starting in the middle of the club face. The time it comes back to impact, it's arrived on the toe. So what's happened there is the sweet spot has moved towards your body. You think of it this way, swinging up, down, the sweet spot's returned itself closer. So avoidance drill number one, we get our head cover, and I know head covers come in all various shapes and sizes. Something else that works really well is, like, a car sponge you wash your car with, or a yoga block actually can work quite well too. Anything that you're not going to hit and hurt yourself and or it, like when I use my iPad like an idiot in one of my videos. I didn't hit it though. Right, so we're going to place that here. The cool thing about this, if we get it in the right position, I will be able to swing. Been a bit easy on myself there. This way, any amount of me coming in with that sweet spot, obviously I'm going to hit the head cover. So this is something I'm working on, avoiding that. Not thinking technical, I'm thinking skill up here. What do I do to avoid that? Well, the club has to come a bit more this way and less inside there. Okay, so we'll try one. Good. And I missed it and didn't hit the toe. Okay, so that's number one. Pretty straightforward. Don't overthink it. Hitting toe, get that down there, position it correctly, and that will really help you. Guess what? Toe strike will be fixed. Heel strike next. If we bring it into this side now, again, the opposite is happening. We're starting ball in the middle, we're arriving, sweet spot further away. So we take our head cover, we try and avoid it. This one should be easy for me, as I spend most of my time on the toe of the driver, of everything actually. Okay, so any amount of sweet spot out causing heels, I'm going to hit the cover. I got to think avoidance, not technical, just missed the cover. That way, and I can move the strike more toe side if that's my issue, which it isn't. Okay, so let's look at how this can help fix your path, whether you're too much out to in over the top or in to out. This can really help you. Last shot actually went so far left. It's crazy. Okay, out to in, guys, first. Over the top, getting to the top of your backswing. This way, club moving very left through impact. We'll see that on TrackMan as a big minus number, meaning at impact the club is traveling left of target. Okay, so again, avoidance, what we do, get our cover. This is quite a tricky one to set up at first. You're going to take your club behind the ball with the ball on the sweet spot. You're going to position the cover right on the toe, bring it back couple of inches and angle it to the right. Okay, there's no sense it's sitting over there somewhere or in here because you'll not get at the ball. So take a line from the toe of your club, come back a couple inches and angle it around about 10 or 15 yards right of your target. Okay, now this sometimes can have an impact on affecting your takeaway because you have to kind of avoid it on the backswing. That's fine because you're really just working on fixing the over the top move and the downswing anyway. So here, as we get there, I don't want to go over, hit my cover. Got to think, need to come in that way. Not technical, again, just thinking what I got to do with the club head. So we're there, top. Down on the inside of the cover. Okay, so again, I'm not thinking anything. Of course, all my body and everything is changing, but I'm not thinking about my body. I'm just thinking about this, and as a result, I am missing the cover, and all this is changing for free. Okay, so the guys, which is not so common, the guys that are too much into out, again, and myself here. So we're going to set up these guys. We'll get to the top. Club will drop very much behind, and now you will see a big plus number on TrackMan, and this would be moving very much to the right of target at impact. Okay, so what we can do is, in this case, we're not actually going to position the cover this side of the ball. We're going to position it more in front. Okay, and this one you don't need to line left. I just want it nice and straight with the target, because any amount of me working in here, I'll hit the ball and then whack the cover after impact. Okay, so let's get the feeling of avoiding that. Club needs to go down more this way and left to avoid it. Straightening out my path. That way. Again, missing the cover, nothing technical, just avoidance. Okay, now let's move on to some of the fats and thin strikes. I've done a lot of videos on this about an avoidance drill before the ball. I'm going to talk about just how you can use a head cover for that, and that will really help you out as well. Now for this one, we have the strike back before the golf ball. Again, I've done tons of video on this, so you can look at those. They're a bit more technical, and a couple of sort of external drills in there as well that should really help you. But ultimately, it's the ground contact. If you're anything like me and you like to wear a good quality leather glove when you're playing golf, but don't fancy the high price tag, well, go and check out my channel sponsors page, gxgolfgloves.com. Really good quality glove at a fraction of the cost. Use code David at checkout and you'll save yourself a nice little bit of cash as well. Before the ball, we're not going to talk about the technique of anything here. We're going to do the avoidance drill to learn how to hit out in front. Now, when doing this avoidance drill, a head cover works well depending on the head cover. You see mine's quite thin. If you have a big bulky one, don't use a head cover, use a towel. A head cover will work fine for all the other stuff, but a towel or something quite flat. Okay, now what I want you to do in this case, because my head cover is a little bit thicker than my iPad, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, place the head cover far enough back, high enough that I need to try and get the club down over the top of it, strike the ball and the ground. I thought I was going to hit that, didn't you? I was about to actually. So here, over the cover, strike in front. Okay, if we bring that round this side to here, we get 1, 2, 3. TrackMan might struggle to pick this up because it's maybe getting in the way of it, but the idea is still the same. Getting over the cover and down into the back of the ball. That way. Okay, again, another avoidance drill, much lower flight. Let's see if it did pick up any of the attack with that one. Yeah, attack angle 6.9 down. So quite steep, but obviously that's quite good for the drill because it did achieve the objective. I avoided it, and the attack angle changed as a result. Okay, guys, so real simple one today. Fixing a lot of different issues here with what's called an avoidance drill. It's not technical. It's pretty much a game. Have fun with it. Make sure you set it up correctly depending on the issue that you're having in your game. Get to the range, have some fun, avoid it, and watch your shots change. And hopefully the scores drop. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.